Have you ever wondered how a circuit can feel temperature, just like a human skin? What if I told you that you can build a temperature sensor at home using only basic electronic components? No microcontroller, no IC, no coding. In today's video, we'll build a simple and smart temperature sensor circuit using a BC547 NPN transistor, a 10K thermistor, and a 1K ohms resistor. This circuit runs on 4 volts DC and can give output through an LED or a buzzer or fan or relay. Welcome to electroTechi, where we turn simple electronics into smart creations. Before building the circuit, let's understand the idea. A temperature sensor is a circuit that reacts when the temperature changes. When heat increases or decreases, the circuit responds automatically, turning something on or off. This same principle is used in overheat protection systems, battery chargers, cooling fans, fire alarms, smart appliances, and today we're building a basic version that helps you understand how it really works from inside. Let's take a look at the components we'll use. BC547 transistor. The BC547 is an NPN bipolar junction transistor. It works like an electronic switch or amplifier. A small change at the base can control a larger current between collector and emitter. 10K thermistor, NTC. This is the heart of our sensor. As temperature increases, its resistance decreases. As temperature decreases, its resistance increases. This change helps the circuit detect heat. 1K ohms resistor, quarter watt. This resistor controls the base current and helps set the temperature threshold. Output device. You can use an LED for visual indication, or a buzzer for sound alert, or a fan. The circuit works on 4 volts DC, a 4V battery, or a 4 volt DC power supply. Now let's understand the circuit connections. The thermistor and 1K resistor form a voltage divider. The center point connects to the base of the BC547 transistor. The emitter of the transistor connects to ground. The collector connects to the negative terminal of the LED or buzzer. The positive terminal of the LED or buzzer goes directly to plus 4 volt supply. This simple connection allows temperature changes to control the transistor. Make sure to check transistor pin configuration correctly before connecting. Now here's the magic behind the circuit. At normal temperature, the thermistor has higher resistance. This keeps the base voltage of the transistor low. So the BC547 remains off, and the LED or buzzer or fan stays off. But when temperature increases, the thermistor's resistance decreases. This raises the base voltage of the transistor. Once the base voltage crosses about 0.7 volts, the transistor turns on. Current flows from collector to emitter, activating the LED or buzzer or fan. So the circuit automatically responds to heat. No switches, no logic ICs, just pure analog electronics. Now let's test the circuit. At room temperature, the output stays off, but remember that the temperature is lower in winter and higher in summer. The resistor value of the thermistor can also go up and down depending on the temperature. I don't know when and where you are watching the video. To make this circuit work, you may need to change the resistance depending on the temperature of your room. Now, gently heat the thermistor using warm air or a safe heat source. As the temperature rises, you'll see the LED glow or hear the buzzer turn on. If you are using a fan here, your fan will start running. That's your temperature sensor working in real time. This simple circuit has many real-life uses. You can use it for over-temperature alarm, heat detection systems, battery safety projects, fan control circuits, learning transistor-based sensors. You can even add a relay to control high-power devices, a potentiometer to adjust sensitivity. So there you have it, a temperature sensor circuit using BC547 transistor, thermistor, and just a few components. If this video helped you understand sensors and transistors better, like this video, share it with your electronics friends. Subscribe to electroTechi for more smart electronics projects. And if you have any questions or ideas, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to help. Until next time, keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep creating with electroTechi.